Is this making sense to anybody so far? All right, let's go to the second one, moderate velocity. Okay? Tell you, it's like a high velocity clicker. Things after it. Okay, that was stupid. I'm sorry about that. Here we're going to go to that slide. Moderate velocity. Is this you? Your drive is to be somewhat self-motivated. Okay? You set reachable goals. Because isn't that one of the things? They've got to be reachable. I mean, high velocity people, they're going, are you kidding? I don't want it to be reachable. I want it to be beyond reach. I want to go after that thing. You set reachable goals. You have moderate aspirations. You don't demand absolute perfection out of yourself. Accept competition, but you don't necessarily require it. If it comes along, you'll jump on it. It's okay. But you don't require it to work. You like a balance of work and leisure. You prefer standard hours in your day. I just like being able to do that whole 9 to 5 thing. You know, I'm really good there. Now, again, be careful. You can't judge. Unfortunately, here in America, it may be other places, but unfortunately here in America, we think everybody has to be high velocity. And so when they're not, we look up here and we're going, no, that's not me. I don't know what you're talking about. I always set goals that are beyond my reach. I always am high energy. I hate going on vacation. No, you don't. You love it. Just go ahead and be who you are. Okay? None of these are wrong. None of these are wrong. We just need to identify where we are. Where is our velocity? You prefer standard work days, a moderate mix of activities. I don't like a ton of stuff going on. I don't like all those plates going. I kind of like maybe 2. You know? 2, 3. Use leisure time to complete chores and socialize. Can't wait for the weekend. Gonna get out on the yard, get the yard done and fix this thing, get some things done around the house. And then Saturday night, we got some people coming over, and we're going to have a great time out on the grill, and we're going to sit around, and we're going to talk, we're going to have a drink, and I don't know, we'll probably be out there till midnight or something like that, just hanging out. It was awesome, great weekend. Then on Sunday, we're going out to the boat, we're going to be with folks. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Welcome to moderate velocity. It doesn't mean you're wrong, it doesn't mean you're bad. You guys, just so you know, I am moderate velocity. That's where I am. But I recognize that. I recognize that. And we're going to talk, well, I'll go there here in a second. You find inactivity relaxing. I can't wait till the workday's over. I just need to relax. See, the high velocity folks, they ain't no relax. There's no button for relax. They don't even know what that means. Relax, shut up, I gotta go. You know, relax, I am relaxing. You just built a new car with your own hands using toothpicks, you know. Yeah, it's relaxing for me. I've got a buddy that's like this. Are you kidding? And he's a builder. So, I mean, it's just crazy, the stuff he does. It's like, stop doing that. You're making the rest of us guys look terrible, you know? Does this make sense? Okay, how many of you guys look at this and go, yeah, that sounds pretty good. It's kind of me. Again, this is probably about where 50%. This is where most of the workers are. Moderate velocity folks. It's these guys right here. We're having a great time at work. You know? They're having fun. Motivators, it's just fun. Let's have a good time. These are moderate velocity folks. Love this. Here's how we manage them. Here you go. Moderate velocity people must find meaning in their work. There must be a purpose, a bigger purpose. High velocity folks, just point them. They'll run after it. They will find the meaning inside of them. But moderate velocity folks, you're going to have to show them the meaning. This is why I'm asking you to do it. And the meaning can't be, it's got to be something that's meaningful to them. All right? That's why you have to be the team builder to build a relationship to find out what's meaningful to them. Because just because it's meaningful to you doesn't mean it's meaningful to them. Okay, you guys, we really have to get this thing done this week. So I really want you to work hard. I really want you to focus, because if we don't do it, we're really going to get into a lot of trouble. So can you really help me this week? You know, that's not tapping into their motivators. It's tapping, you're using people to get done what you need them to do. But you haven't gotten into that thing yet of because they want to do it. Does that make sense? You guys tracking with that? Next of all, they must know that what they are doing matters. What they're doing matters. Just did this with a client just 2 weeks ago. They are optic, all those little things that go into your body to view things, all right, all those cameras and everything, they make those. They were having some problems with some of their employees because they were low velocity and they weren't getting things done. Next thing they did, they came up with a video and they showed this lady, it was a story of this lady and how the optoscope, whatever the thing was called, the scope, revealed something and it ended up saving her life. And it just so happened that the scope that they used was a scope that they had made in their office, in their factory. And now they're looking at their workers. You see, guys, what you are doing is saving lives. What you are doing here by using all these little minute little things, we are saving lives. We are making a difference in this person's life. You know, there's a couple of, they now have meaning. They have a whole new perspective. They said it's changed for not every single one of them, but most of them. It has really caused a dramatic difference in their production. Okay? Moderate velocity folks need, number one, they need to know the why. They need to know the meaning. And number two, they need to know that what they're doing matters. Okay? So think of people in your head right now that are moderate, that you're trying to light a fire under. Okay? Some things you may want to do with them. Let's see. I love this. You've got to be able to self-moderate. Meaning, I'm over here talking to Justin and he's a high velocity guy. Okay, all right, turn, go, okay, sick him. And then I turn over here and I've got a moderate velocity person. I've got to be able to make that shift when I go here, okay? Or else I'll shut them down. You've got to be able to self-moderate, and that comes from self-awareness, knowing where you are, understanding how your brain is thinking. Am I a worker? Am I a team builder? Am I a manager? Am I a leader? Am I a developer? It's a whole other quadrant that we can get into. Developer, caregiver, leader, or manager. Okay? Tips. They have to know, why should I come to work today? Joe, why should I be here today? If I'm not here, who cares? If I'm not here, it's not that big of a deal. This will demotivate folks because you haven't found their motivator. You can't motivate until you have found the motivator. Does that make sense? So, those pictures, those people, those faces that you're getting in your head right now, do you know how to motivate them? Do you know what motivates them? What's the key inside of them? What's the thing that lights them up? You need to discover what that is. And that's what you're going to be doing next week. That may be one of your action steps. Next of all, low velocity, driven primarily, I love this one, low velocity, driven primarily by the immediate needs. I won't get it done unless it has to be done right now. Pressure's gotten that high. You find work generally demotivating. If I didn't have to do it, I would so not do it. Okay? Next of all, you do not like to be the solo performer or to lead a team. Don't do that. I just want to follow everybody else. You seldom set big goals for yourself. You have mild aspirations. Casual about your leisure time. Meaning, what are you doing this weekend? I don't know. So, what are you thinking about this? Okay, maybe. Just whatever. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Okay? Just very casual about your leisure time. You can't wait for vacation because you are just going to completely unplug and forget of everything that's going on. You know? Again, it's not wrong. You're not bad. It's just how it's in your DNA. Enjoy occasional inactivity and appreciate your own downtime. So how do we manage this, folks? They must find enough meaning. Now you've got to take that meaning and put it on steroids. They have to find meaning that directly connects to how it's going to make their life better. Or else they'll just lose motivation. They'll slow down. Now again, you're probably not thinking, well, I'm just going to go out and hire a whole bunch of low motivated people. Okay? You probably didn't think that. But when they came in and started working, you're going, uh-oh, I've got a low velocity person. You don't have to fire them. There's still hope for these folks. It's just going to be a lot of extra work for you. So you just don't want to have a bunch of these folks with you. Okay? Also, show them how you want it to be done. This is where you come in with your standards. This is what we want to see. And now here's the system. Here's how you do it. Ready? Go. If you don't show them, They won't do it. Have you guys ever had this person before where you've told them to do something, Lisa, and they've gone out there and they've done it, but when they got done, they just kind of unplugged. And they just kind of, well, I guess I'll go back to my desk, play solitaire, or go to Facebook. What are you doing? Well, I got it done. But low velocity people will not look for the next thing. You have to give them the next thing. You have to stay out ahead of low velocity folks. Again, it doesn't mean that they're bad people. It doesn't mean that you go fire everybody. Because guys, there is a ton of work out there in the world today that is low velocity work. Does that make sense? There's a ton of work that is this type of work. Dun, 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 dun. I take this, I put it here. 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 I take this. We need low velocity folks for this. Okay? But if you ever put a racehorse, I take this, I put it here, they will go crazy. All right? They'll create some new thing. I take this, I put it here, and then I grab these things and I do this, and then I put this, and the next thing you know, I got this. Hey, everybody, come. You know, it's like, whoa, what are you doing? You know, they will create new things. But low velocity folks, here's what you do, here's how you do it. Here's what you do, here's how you do it. How did it go, Frank? Well, it went pretty good. Let's take a look, okay? I take this, we didn't quite get it there. Okay, so let's do this. And there's extra oversight on them. Okay, now if you have a whole workforce like that, it's going to wear you out. Okay, and if you're thinking right now, uh-oh, uh-oh. Now you're in a tough spot. I got to do some work with a fire chief over in the Tulsa area. He had a whole bunch of folks that were in that place. Whole bunch of folks. And their culture was caustic. But they were all union. He can't fire anybody. So we got to spend 6 months together, turn that culture around without firing anyone. Man, there was a leadership exercise. Getting in, discovering what fires people up, what gets them. By the time we got done in 6 months, he had 80% of the guys writing their names on pieces of paper. I will do anything. That's actually what it said on the piece of paper. I will do anything. And we had 80% of the department writing their names on it. Whatever you need me to do. Can you imagine your team doing that? Don't answer. Okay? You can do it, but you got to find what motivates them. Very nice. Low velocity employees must have a motivator. Only 10% of the population is, Carol Dweck has a book called The Learning Mindset. You might want to check this out. It's really good. Only 10% of the population has a learning mindset. The other 90% will only learn if you force them to learn. Okay? That might sound familiar. Question for you is, when was the last time you read a book on self-development, on business development, on leadership development, on business development and management development? Well, now, slow down, Clay. I'm not the one that needs to read it. They do. Well, you might want to be careful. Okay? Tips right here. You should stay out ahead of them. They will finish a task, and then they'll go into neutral. They don't look for the next thing to do, so you just want to be careful where you put them. Okay? Just want to be careful where you put these folks. You guys, there are different degrees. I told you that I'm a moderate velocity. Okay? I'm probably right here at a 7. I enjoy getting jazzed up, you know. I've got 5 companies. There's got to be some velocity going on there, you know. But some of you might be going, holy cow, how do you do 5 companies? I'll let you know. I'm not working every day in 5 companies. I've got systems in place. I've learned how to manage, learned how to do that. I've learned how to get people in the right spots. But so where would you fall? Scale of 1 to 10. 10 being like, you know, you're the hummingbird that just never slows down. 1 is the, you know, clear, trying to get you going here. Where would you fall? It's important that you know where you fall. It's important to know where you are. Because if you're not careful, you'll think that everybody else needs to be where you are. And you'll get mad at them when they're not. You'll get mad at them when they're not. Is this making sense to anybody? Okay, fantastic. So why am I so tired? Your mindset. When you think about getting things produced, when you think about getting things done. How do I get people to work? You got to know where their velocity is, and you got to know how to manage people at different velocities. Man, Clay, this sounds like a lot of work. It is when you're learning, just like learning anything else. Learning how to ride a bike, learning how to speak a foreign language, learning how to do something. It's a lot of work at the beginning until eventually it's just second nature. You make it look so easy. Well, it took me years to get to a point where it is so easy. It just begins to be who you are. Is that fair enough? You guys all right with that? How many of you guys feel like if you really did set your mind to this, you could get to this place where you could manage multiple velocities on your team? Raise your hand if you're there. Okay? Fantastic. How many of you guys feel like if you took action, if you did some things, you would be able to change your mindset, to expand your mindset, to increase your capacity to process greater complexity? How many of you guys feel like if you took the action, you could do it? Okay, raise your hand on this. The reason why I want you to raise your hand is because I want other people to look around. Oh, I'm not the only one. Okay? That's why we never raised our hand in high school. Okay? Because we didn't want to be the only one. So I just get the hands in the air. You guys, it's possible. But what do you have to do? Take action. Okay. Oh, man, that was strong. That was real high energy. Let's try that again. What do you have to do?
Take action.
You have to take action. Let's say it one more time. What do we have to do?
Take action.
Fantastic. If we take action, it's action that leads to transformation, not just information. It's time for you to take action. What are you going to do? Down at the bottom of your notes page as we finish up here, down at the bottom of your notes page, there's a Jedi move, Barbara. What are you going to do? What is the action step that you're going to take? Lee Iacocca once again. So what do we do? Do something. Do not walk out of here and do nothing. Yeah, and then this guy came and talked at the end. Yeah, I was kind of tired at that point. It was good. Don't get me wrong. It was good. But, I already know that. Take action. What's it going to be? What's your action step going to be? Napoleon Hill says action is the real measure of intelligence. So what's your action step? I've got a few ideas up here. You don't have to do one of these, but pick something. You may be thinking, I've got Julie back at the office. I need to have a conversation with her. You've got Bob. Oh my gosh, what about Bob? We got to do something with Bob. This is what I'm going to do. You may be in a place where you're feeling like, man, I really found myself right there stuck in that worker mindset. I've got to get out of that. I need to grow. I need to expand. I need to learn how to think. I need to work on that. I see Julie, or I see Barbara in the office. She seems to be doing that really well. I need to go have lunch with Barbara. And how did you learn that? How did you get there? I need to have those conversations. Some of you might be sitting here going, okay, I might actually need to be willing to do something that somebody's telling me to do, rather than just going, I got it. You might find yourself there. Something needs to be done. An action step needs to be taken. It's important for you. If you walk out of here today with no action, you've just burned another hour and 10 minutes with me. Okay? Which, don't get me wrong, is a good time. All right? But it doesn't have any effect. It doesn't bring any change. So what is your action step going to be? You have the postcard. In the center of the postcard, there's a little survey there you can take if you'd like. Take it with you. It's a little survey on your life. It's called the Wheel of Life here. And you'll connect your dots and take a look at your circle. How well-rounded is your circle? You might find there's 2 or 3 spots in there that are pretty flat. Oh, now it makes sense why things aren't moving really smoothly. Those might be the areas that you choose to grow in. Okay? Also, some of you guys, before you even came to this thing this week, it's been on your head for a while. You've been going, man, I need to grow personally. There have been things going on in your life recently. You've been going, man, and it's been a thing in the forefront of your mind. I need to grow. I need to develop. Before you go today, there's a book back in the back called Grow. It's a field guide to personal development. It's my story. It's how I made the change from being a personal trainer to being a teacher to being an executive to starting my own company. It's my path. It's the path that you're going to go down too. It's the map. It's what you can expect. You need to walk away with this book today. It's $15 if you want it. $5 from every book goes to the Mentoring Project right here in Oklahoma City. Okay? A powerful group. It's addressing the fatherless issue with our young teen men. It's a powerful, powerful group. Every $5 from every book goes to this. If today you're sitting here going, I need one of those books, I need one of those books, but Clay, I don't got 15 bucks with me. That's fine. If you got 2 bucks, give me 2 bucks, take a book. If you need it, take it. Okay? If you need it, take it. If you got 15 bucks, pay 15 bucks. If you don't, just get the book. Is there anybody in here that over the last several weeks you've been thinking, it's just been in your head, I need to grow. I need to grow. Raise your hand if you've been in that spot. Okay? Bam, right there. Come and see me right after this. I want to give you one of these books. Okay? I need to give you one of these because you need one. All right? I need resources to help me get there. It's not information that leads to transformation, but the information is going to tell me what it is I need to do. Okay? So that's where we need to be. Please don't walk out with one of those. You may have a student right now that's in the spot. They need to grow. You may have a friend that needs to grow. Don't leave today without the book. Okay? It's important for you to take it. And we'll do cash, check, I do credit cards and all that fun kind of stuff. Fair enough? Last steps for you. The surveys that you filled out, okay? Just leave them there at your desk. Or, all right, would you mind? Pass them to the center. The personal survey that you did with the scale of 1 to 10. And some of you I've noticed, and that's great, thank you for doing it, even the speaker survey if you want to do that. Charlie, please don't ask this guy to ever come back again. All right? He's killing us. Next thing, number 2, take your notes. Okay? Take the notes, fold them up, put them in your pocket. Take your notes. We not only take notes during, but we want to be sure to take the notes away with us. Okay? Take notes. And then finally, the third thing, there's only 3 steps, you guys. Only 3 steps. Leave the survey, take your notes, and schedule the time for you to do your action step. It's got to get on your schedule. Okay? Fantastic. You guys, this has been wonderful. You guys are awesome. Been a great crowd, a lot of connection. All right? It's been wonderful with you guys. Thank you so much. Once again, my name is Clay Staires from the Leadership Initiative. Your life gets better when you do. And I'll be here if you guys have any questions. I'd love to follow up with you. All right? Thank you.